What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode here at Trembles. Today, we're getting ready to head out to Colorado and Moab, and just wanted to talk about something really important. One of the biggest things that I noticed that a lot of people do not carry when it comes to off-roading is a really good air compressor. So a company called TireFlate hit us up. Steven sent us a couple kits. So what we're going to do is we're going to test them out. We also have an onboard. We have a single compressor. We're going to do some timing. I know this is done plenty of times before, but now that the market has grown and there's a ton of them out there, a lot of people claim different numbers, and we're just going to show you what his does with his kit. Because it's a really nice kit. We'll do an unboxing, show you the numbers for a single tire, the quad setup, and then we'll close out the video. But we are preparing for Colorado, so this is one of the things that we want to make sure we have a good one, because we'll be airing up and airing down quite frequently as we hit numerous trails. So stick around. Josh is here. He's going to give me a hand, and we'll just show you a couple things too that we do when we do air up and air down, just in case you didn't know how to do it. Obviously, it's a very simple, self-explanatory system, but we want to make sure everybody knows how to do it. Let's get it. All right, so Josh is going to do the honor to opening this up. So this is the TireFlate box. I'm sure he's working on packaging still, because the inside, once we open it, you guys will see. I already opened one for myself. So just want to show you what the kit comes with as we open it up. So get it open, and you can see right off the bat, you see his logo and bag on top. Okay. So you pull that out. And this is the combo kit. So this one does come with hoses. So Josh is going to go ahead and pull that one out. So the compressor is going to be in there.
Oh, damn, that's dope.
And then he does send you a couple sets of hoses. So it is a quad setup, but you can also use it as a two. And then he gives you some fittings, and then the instruction manual or whatnot.
That's it.
And then that's pretty much it. So the packaging itself, honestly, the box is kind of cheap, but I'm sure he's going to work on getting something with his logos on it. It's just he's early stages of it. And then this is the compressor. Typical bag. The bag comes on this one too. And then the compressor's in there wrapped up. Nice and neat.
That's a dope color.
It is a nice color. He does give you a digital gauge also. Everything's wired, pre-done, nice and clean. And then, like I said, there is a lot of these on the market, so I'm sure they're all pretty similar or built in a similar location. Everybody just has a different color. And this red one looks really, really nice. It is TireFlate. His logo's right there. He already chalked it up. And again, he is giving you a little bit of a different kit. Plus, having the two bags and everything is really, really nice to kind of put it away and making sure that it's not rolling around in your truck. And now for the important part, we're going to start testing these out and seeing how long it takes to air up that big old girl right there, which is a 38 Falcon MT. So we're going to air it down to about, I don't know, maybe 8-10 PSI, and then we'll inflate it up and see how long that takes. And then what we'll do is, this one has 37s. These are kind of like normal sizes that people rock nowadays. So we're going to air those down to 10 and then air them all back up to about 35, 38 and see how long that takes. And we'll time it all up. Let's get it. All right. So as we were unboxing it, just wanted to show you guys something. This is just our opinion. I know that a lot of these are built this way, but this actually goes into here. So just to show you how it connects, that connects into there, and then this piece connects to here. I'm not sure if other kits do the same thing, but one thing that we would like, and I'm gonna give them some feedback now that we did this video, is we wish that this dropped to the ground so this wasn't hanging just like that, because then you could run by and kick it, or somebody hits it or something. And yeah, just to give you an example, we'll set it down, and having that kind of lay, I don't know how long that'll last that way, especially with the pressure of the two hoses laying on it. I know it is all steel, but still, after some time that will move and whatnot. The good thing is you can disconnect it, so when you do put it away, as long as you're careful, it'll last you. But yeah, I wish that wasn't like that. Maybe you attach a hose from there to kind of lay it down. I don't know, but we'll talk to Steve and see if we can give him some feedback, see if there's anything we could do there. But let's get into timing. All right, so what we did first was we removed the stem and basically let it air down itself all the way till it didn't make any more noise. So we're gonna check what pressure it has right now. We'll check it with this digital, and then we'll also check it with an analog. We have one of those old school classic, just push it in and it shows you what the pressure is. There probably isn't any pressure in there, so we'll try this digital one. We did test it at the beginning, it showed 37. So now we're showing a whole 0. So yeah, it aired down all the way to the bottom. So now we'll check it with the analog one and see what it gives us. All right, here we go. We're gonna test it with this one. Yeah, it's getting us 0 also. So we're gonna go from 0 all the way up to 38 and see how long that takes. All right, so we're gonna do the single compressor first, and this is honestly what most people buy in all types of different brands, because there's a lot of companies that make it. But the cool thing is with TireFlate, his cost for his dual is basically the same cost as that one. So that's why honestly we're working with him, is because his prices are just cheaper than everybody. So you can get this whole kit on his website probably for the same price you're gonna get just a single one. I think that's like 200 bucks, and I think he sells this one for about the same price. Don't quote me on that. Go check them out on the website and find out for sure. But today it's all about facts, baby. We're gonna test single, dual, and then maybe we'll try to plug that in to make it work, but we're gonna use his same exact hoses, so that way the test is true. So we're gonna go into it and test it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a minute and then see how much we get, because once we stop it and close the valve, it's gonna show you the true number. We'll do a minute, we'll count it up, and then we'll do 30-second increments after that to see how long it takes till we get to 38. So here we go. We're gonna start it in 3, 2, 1, hit it. So that's a minute exactly. We're gonna check what it's at now. So it's at 9.7. We're gonna give it another 30 seconds. Actually, we'll give it another minute since it only did 9. And we're gonna start now. All right, let's check pressure now. So it's at 18.4. So it's doing about 9 pounds per minute. So 8.3, 8.4. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna give it an extra minute and a half and see where that goes from there. And we'll do the same timing on the next compressor. 3, 2, 1. Hit. All right, so that's 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And that got us up to 30. So it actually slowed down. So as this warms up or the pressure gets more, you know, you're getting more back pressure, it looks like it's slowing down the compressor a little bit. So it's at 30 right there, and that's after 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So what we're gonna do now is we'll let it go up to 5 minutes and see if that's where it takes to get it to 40. Realistically, at 430, it should be at 38 pounds. So we'll give it to 430. We'll give it 1 more minute. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, hit it. All right, so that's 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and we're there. So 37.7, 38, and remember, that's just for the one tire. So this is the single tire test. It did get up to 38 pounds in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So there it is. That's the final verdict for that one. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna turn off the truck, get this one wired up, and we'll do the dual compressor setup. Here we go again, true test. So we're barely putting the stem in. All the air is completely out. We're gonna connect the dual compressor from TireFlate now. We're gonna give that a test, and same hoses, same everything, same truck, same battery. So should be realistically the truest test you can get. Let's get it. Alrighty, so same hoses plugged into the dual, and then we're gonna start the timer now. What we're gonna do is the same increments. So we'll do a minute, then another minute, and then a minute and a half, and then we'll do minute increments after that. So the compressor's done. It's gonna show you we're at 0, and we're gonna get it going. 3, 2, 1. Stop. All right, so that's after a minute, and I think our last test we had about a 9 or 8, and now you can see, barely see the screen, but it's a 13.1. So it's definitely pumping out more, as it should. Obviously it's 2, but we just wanted to show you the difference. And what that also equates to is you do have to have your truck on to run these. So if you think about it, the time that it's cutting to have your truck running and all the above, it's going to be a huge difference. So, and this is only for one tire. So imagine now you plug it into 4, that little one's going to struggle a whole lot more once these tires start getting filled up, where this one should still be able to pump out at the same rate. So we're going to continue doing the test though. The next one is another minute. Let's go. All right, so at 2 minutes, we have a whole 25 now, where our last one was 18.1. This one's at 25.2. So as you guys can see, it's still pumping out way more CFM than that one. But the next test is really the big one, because that one slowed down after the 2 first minutes. So we're gonna see how this one does. We're gonna do a minute and a half. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. All right, so that's at 3:30, and it already over exceeded what we needed it to get. So At 330, it got us to 41 already. We're at 330 on the last one. We still needed about 10 pounds. We gave it a whole minute longer on that one, and it gave us to only up to like 37.8. So there you go. Huge difference. Saved a whole like minute and some change, really, because we could have stopped this probably at about, I don't know, maybe 315, and it would have been right at the PSI we needed it. So first tire, one test. Yeah, up to 40 from 0. This is also from 0, so you got to think about it. Most of the time you're only going to go air down to like about 10-15. These are going to get you up real quick. Another thing that we noticed too is that one got extremely hot, where this one didn't get as hot. This one you can still touch, mess around with the tools. That one got really hot. So again, if you are airing up, having a dual compressor is just better. We did it from 0. You guys will probably be at 10-15 before you actually air up, so this is going to be a lot faster than having that single compressor. And honestly, Tire Flick gives you the best deal. You get hoses and everything if you do buy a combo package, and then he also has like some other things you can do to it to make it faster. But yeah, so now we're gonna do the 4 tire test. It's gonna take us a little bit longer, but we're gonna knock it out just to show you some true numbers. Alrighty, so we just plugged in Tire Flick's 4-hole setup. So what you do is you connect it to all 4 tires. You do have the locking chucks, so it's pretty nice. You plug it into the back, front, and what it's going to do also after you air up, if you don't know already, is it circulates all the air, so it makes sure that all your tires are even. So what it's doing right now, it's circulating, and it's making sure that, like, let's just say this one was at 40, that one was at 35, the back one was at different specs. It'll circulate them all to get them all even. So if you give it a couple minutes, it'll actually do that for you. So right now my tires are at 40.4. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna time the air down to, I don't know, let's just say 10 pounds. That's a true pound that most people go to, about 10-15. So we're gonna do that to 10 and see how long that takes. Let's get it. 2, 1, hit it. All right, so that's after 4 minutes of airing down. So 14.4, we'll just stop it there. We'll just say that that's pretty average of what people are gonna do. These are 37s. These are the new RTs from Falcon. They look squishy already, so it looks like that's a pretty good PSI to air down to. I normally go a little bit lower. I'll do like 10, 12-ish staggered, but right now 14.6, 13.8, and it is, again, rotating all the air, making sure it's even all the way across. It is at a 14.8, 14.9, so basically 15. So we're gonna let it kind of circulate itself, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna plug in that single one, and let's see how long that takes to air up all the way to 35, and then we'll swap it and do the same thing with the dual. Let's get it.
15.2 right now.
All right, so this is gonna take a process. We're at 15.2 right now. We're gonna start the timer, and we're gonna do it in 5-minute increments. So we're gonna air up 37-inch tires, Falcon RTs. Let's get it. Ready, set, hit it. Stop. All right, so we did 501. So after 5 minutes, we got all the tires to go to 28, which is surprising. I didn't think it was gonna go that high. So, but this is where this compressor is gonna struggle. After you get to a certain pound, it gets really tough on the single compressor. So now that the tires are a little bit more full and they're giving you some back pressure, that one's gonna struggle a little bit more. So from 28, we're gonna give it another, let's just say another 3 minutes to see where that gets us to, and then we'll continue on. So here we go. So from 501.98, we're gonna start over. What's the poundage right now?
28 exactly.
So we're at 28 exactly. We're gonna get started. We're gonna give it 3 more minutes. Let's squid it in 3, 2, 1, hit it. Stop. All right, right, so at 8:30 we are at 35 psi, and that's about average. So we'll just stop there and then we'll test it at the same time. So it took 8 minutes and 30 seconds to get all the tires to 35. Remember, this is all four, which is actually not that bad for a single compressor. But if you do want to get in and out faster, we're going to see how much faster this one is for the 4 tires. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop it right now, stop the truck, air everything down. Josh, you got something to say?
No, we're just going to do the same thing, air down to 15. Then we'll start airing it up. We'll check at 5 and then at 8:30 again and see what the difference is.
Exactly. So the air down process is going to be the same, so we won't have to show you a video of all that. But once this does get to 15, we'll make sure we'll show you that everything's equal when we line this one up, and then we'll test that to see where we get. So let's get it. Alrighty, team. So we got this one down to 15. It's at 14. Let me see if we can get that dash in there. 14.9. So the last one started just at 15 also. So we're going to start the air up process with the dual compressor. So here we go. Start it. Alrighty, so at 5 minutes exactly, let's see where we're at now. So there you go. You're at 35.7. So basically identical to where it stopped when we did 8.5 minutes. The dual compressor saves you a whole 3.5 minutes, which is a lot faster, which means you don't have to run your truck as long, which means all the other positives too, like friends are out, whatever, you need to help people out. The bigger compressor will help. And also, like, if you debead, you need something that's going to pump out way more CFM, or else you won't be able to put your tire back in. Usually you need, like, you know, a tank, but I think this dual compressor will be able to do it. And yeah, so true test just happened. Tire inflate, Josh.
Pretty tight.
Yeah, it just worked out.
It's actually at a higher PSI than it was with the other one after 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, so the other one did 8 minutes 30 seconds and it was at 35.2, and this is at 35.5, and it only did 5 minutes. Honestly, it's a good buy. It's a lot cheaper than the competition, and I mean, Tire Inflate just did it right. Kept it simple, didn't do anything crazy fancy with logos and branding and all that. Just made a system that works. And then he also sells all these parts. So like, if you want to save some money, he also allows you to borrow the parts by yourself and put the kit together. So if you do want to stretch out your hoses, make them longer or whatnot. But there you go. We just did 2 tests. We were going to plug this one in, but this one takes a little bit more work. What we're going to do is I'll probably get a couple of these different ones, and then we'll test these out by themselves. This is the more common inflator that people use. Now you guys know where you guys can get it. We'll work on a coupon code. Maybe we'll work around him. I know he's going to have a sale for the upcoming holiday, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled. And yeah, we're gonna wrap all this up, then I'll close out the video, give you some final statement. Alrighty, team, so I just want to show you the kit one more time. So it does come with the hoses, nice little straps with his name on them. It does come with bags on both sides. Again, we checked how much the pricing for these were too. This one was $145 for the compressor by itself, and if you do buy it in the package with the gauge and everything, it is $260. He is gonna have some sales for the upcoming holiday. Just to kind of give you a reference, Josh paid like about $190, $200 for his shipped, and it was the single one. So this dual compressor is a lot cheaper, a lot more efficient, and it's just a lot better, honestly. Same size, same weight, same everything, only it pumps out more CFM, and then obviously better hoses. And we did check it comparing this one. We checked the numbers online to see what it was pulling, and the actual CFM that this pulls is still just slightly under it. So this one's pulling in at 468. That one's actually doing a 6.0 at 30 psi. So even with this dual setup, that one is still going to be a little bit faster. Obviously, you see mounting this one is a little bit smaller, a lot cleaner looking, but the bigger one, you can move it around, carry it from car to car if you have more than one rig. It is very convenient. So check out tireflate.com. I'll put all the info in the description, and it's right there also. Alrighty, so that's it. Josh,
I looked at their website and all of their stuff looks to be regionally priced. They even had the pressure switches for like the lockers and stuff like that. Primo ended up buying some for like $90, and they had them for like $20. So
yeah. So his website does carry some things for Broncos also. Good point that Josh pointed out. You can buy, again, DIY kits. He has a few things on his site that actually are a lot cheaper than the competition though.
Everything to make those work.
Yeah, and he also sells these with already pretty much ready to go. So we're probably going to get our hands on one of those and test one of those out compared to like an ARB and maybe even this Eagle Eye and find out what happens. So but yeah, we're going to clean up and close you guys out. Alrighty, team, so that closes out another video. I did want to mention though, we did start a giveaway for one of these compressors. So it is a picture contest. Make sure you go check out Instagram, and if you haven't checked it out and followed it, make sure you do that. It's a free entry. Send me a picture you get chosen by your peers, and if you do win, you get a whole combo pack. So that means you get the compressor, you get the hoses, you get the bags, you get all the goodies. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, all that good stuff. Make sure you check out Tire Flade. Steven was a good guy to send us a couple kits, one to give out to you guys and then one for us to test. So we're going to take it out to Colorado, Moab, and do some testing for it. But I appreciate you guys sticking around again. One love, and we'll see you next time.